3, 2, 1. Guarda che bello che è Orn. Sejuani. Quindi molto... Kaisa e Thalia insieme. Oh! Cosa? Ehi, Rek'Sai! Mark Pantheon! Ma stiamo scherzando? Che cazzo vuol dire? Ma cosa mi significa questa cosa? Perché Leona vuole fermare Pantheon? Ma cos'è questa qualità? È Aurelion! Aurelion sono li ha appena shottati entrambi! Che cazzo è quella roba? Che diavolo è quella roba? È per questo che non ho nerfato Rek'Sai. Cosa cazzo vuol dire? Quanto cazzo è figo! Ma non ha senso! Ma che cosa cazzo mi significa? Orn inserito a caso, in pratica. Porca puttana! Ok. Autocontrollo, ragazzi. Autocontrollo. Qua ci vuole autocontrollo. Qua ci vuole autocontrollo. Autocontrollo. Or non ha fatto niente, letteralmente. Vediamo.
Hey folks, I'm Andre, Game Director of League of Legends, here to welcome you to Season 2022. On behalf of the entire dev team, thank you for tuning in from around the world to help us kick off the next year of League together. This year, we're focusing on the thing that keeps us coming back to League. Whether you play on PC, mobile, or are a die-hard esports fan, we want to give you more ways to join in the competition across the ecosystem.
Darius.
No matter if your focus is on climbing the ranked ladder, mastering your main, or cheering on your favorite team, there should be something for you to look forward to this season. Now, today we'll hear from folks on League PC, Wild Rift, and esports, as we share some of their plans for the new year.
Niente TFT?
We've got a lot in store, so let's jump right into it.
Niente TFT,
I'm
niente
hand things
Legends of
over to the
Runeterra.
League team, who will share a sneak peek at some new champions, skins,
Solo 2
and
giochi
gameplay
vengono
changes to your
trattati! Solo 2 giochi vengono No! Ragazzi, è meglio, vuol dire che hanno 40 minuti!
I'm Brightmoon.
Ciao
Here for the
Brightmoon!
gameplay team
Quanto mi
on
sei
League of
mancato?
Legends. And I'm thrilled to welcome you all to Season 2022. Let's get things started with a quick recap of the changes we made this preseason. Over the last few years, we've usually used preseason to make big changes to one of League's underlying systems, such as items, runes, or the Elemental Rift. With this preseason, we wanted to look at all of our systems and make smaller, targeted improvements across the board.
Ok, ci sta.
So, we added some items, like a new tank mythic for supports who want to dive into the action, and a new mage mythic for champs who need some help surviving burst damage. There are also new legendaries for tanks, mages, and assassins. You'll see some adjustments to keystone runes, including lethal tempo,
Vabbè, li
which
abbiamo,
now
lo
grants
sappiamo già.
ramping attack speed and increases your attack range. Glacial augment
Le
fires
taglie non hanno
multiple slow
rovinato il
rays
gioco,
that
smettete di
also
piangere.
reduce enemy damage. And prototype Omnistone has retired.
Rip
Taking its
Omnistone.
place is a brand new keystone, First Strike, which amplifies your damage and grants gold if you're the one to
questa è proprio silver.
strike first. Beyond items and runes, we've also expanded the bounty system with the addition of objective bounties. These give your team additional gold for taking epic monsters or turrets if you fall behind. And finally, my personal favorite, dragons. First up is the new Hextech Dragon, whose soul gives your autos and abilities a chain slow effect. When she takes over the rift, Hextech gates appear in set locations that transport you around the map. And then there's her sister, the Chemtech Dragon. This dragon's soul lets you keep on fighting even after death. And when she putrefies the rift, camouflage zones appear in the jungle. While these changes are expanding systems, rather than overhauling them, they should still have an impact on your games.
Sì.
We're excited to see your new outplays and big brain strategies, especially now that LP's back on the line and Pro Play is kicking off soon. As always, we'll be keeping an eye on things, and we'll continue making adjustments
ci
in
sta
the
il
months
recap.
ahead.
No, il recap ci sta.
Now let's talk about
È
some of the
durato
new
un minuto.
changes you'll see this year.
Ci siamo! Ok. Vediamo.
We've been talking about creating more ways to express your
siamo.
personality and achievements as League players
Le
for a while
challenge.
now. For some of you, ranked is how you define progress. But for those of you who aren't focused on the climb, there haven't always been good ways to show off your accomplishments. So this year, we're launching a new way for you to express yourself in League. Something that probably looks familiar are the redesigned ranked crests. But if you don't want to intimidate your friends with your challenger crest, or maybe your gold one doesn't really match your favorite icon, then we have good news. You'll finally be able to choose your level border from any of the ones
l'altro.
you've already collected. Now let's get to the really new stuff, challenges.
Vabbè.
Challenges track your progress in League in ways that aren't tied to specific champions, like winning the perfect game, soloing Baron, and even dancing with Shelly as the enemy Nexus explodes. Each challenge levels up from Iron to Challenger as you make progress. So if you're the best at sniping dragons from the enemy team, or maybe your vision control is unmatched, now you can finally prove it. You can showcase any 3 challenges you'd like in loading screens and
Carino.
in lobbies. And you
Queste
can
però
track
sono
all
cose
of
che
your
già
progress
sappiamo.
on your profile. There are 5 categories of challenges. Veterancy challenges track stuff you achieve mostly by playing League over time, like earning mastery points, securing first bloods, and dodging skill shots. The next group is expertise. Whereas veterancy gets you points for playing a lot, expertise asks you to do it with finesse. This includes mechanical and technical skills,
Vabbè,
like dodging
elencano
multiple
le-
skill shots in a row, fully stacking mage eyes before 20 minutes, or stealing the enemy jungler's buffs. Teamwork and strategy challenges reward you for mastermind plays and working together as a team. Winning games with an open nexus, getting kills by roaming, and winning clash games are all good examples. If you like showing off the things you've collected, or maybe you just take pride in being a completionist, then the collection category is for you. Collection challenges include things like unlocking skins and summoner icons, rekindling Eternals, and even progressing through other challenges. And finally, imagination challenges track some of the more unique things you do in League. Hitting snowballs in ARAM, surviving a fight with a single digit of health, and taking down enemies in their own fountain are just a few examples. Like with individual challenges, your performance in each category also ranks up, from Iron to Challenger. So if you swear you're a mechanical god with moves like Mako, now you have a way to prove it. In addition to these 5 categories, there are also legacy challenges, which are earned by being part of historic League moments or are only progressible during set periods of time. Some challenges track your progress within each season, and there's even one that shows if you're a battle-scarred player who's been here since beta. The progress you make across all challenges feeds into your challenge crystal, which upgrades as you go. Certain challenges also come with regional leaderboards, which work a lot like the ranked ones. There's a limited number of Grandmaster and Challenger slots, so you'll need to keep making progress to hold on to that rank. Finally, you can show the world you've completed some of the more difficult challenges with titles, which are earned when you hit certain milestones. For example, winning a lot with an open Nexus will earn you the title The Comeback Kid. Other titles include KDA Player, Flame Horizon, and Unkillable Demon King. All of the identity changes will be rolling out over the next few months, and we'll continue adding more new challenges throughout the year. Before I go, I've got a quick note to share with you on Ranked this season. Last year, we softened the Ranked reset so that you'd start closer to where you ended the year before. But it ended up being a little bit too soft.
Ammettono
Some of you who
l'errore.
dove headfirst into Ranked started losing more LP than you were gaining because your rank overtook your MMR too quickly. And that sucks. This season, we're resetting ranks to a more traditional degree, and paired with tuning adjustments we made last year, your MMR and LP will stay closer together, making your climb smoother throughout 2022. That's all I have to share with you today. I hope the new year brings you a little joy, lots of LP, and endless fun with friends. Thank you so much for watching.
E quindi sulle challenge abbiamo finito. Adesso di cosa parliamo?
Hey everyone, I'm John, aka Bellissimo, the product lead for personalization and events on League of Legends. Let's jump right into our plans for the new year.
Ok. Time to shine! Bradale, grazie per la sub. Mythic content, finalmente!
Okay, we've been talking about improving League's event passes for years.
Ok!
But it's actually happening in 2022.
Succede davvero?
This summer, we're launching a new event
Finalmente! Un pass normale! Finalmente un pass normale! Grazie! Ci è voluto 10 anni, ma finalmente arriva! Non ci posso credere! Non ci... Finalmente! Un cazzo di pass normale! Benvenuti nel 2014!
We've experimented with some bigger adjustments, but something that we've heard from you all is that the power to choose your rewards with tokens is something you really like about League's event system.
Ma non è vero per niente!
The wheel, we focused on making event progress clear and more satisfying. Now, if you were watching closely, you may have noticed a new type of essence in the reward track.
Quella è viola.
Along with the new event pass, we're also going to be completely revamping League's mythic content, which includes Hextech skins, prestige skins, and gemstones. The new purple essence you saw is Mythic Essence, which will replace gemstones
che
and
sostituirà
prestige
gemme e
points
punti prestigio
as
come
League's
principale
main
valutare
rare
l'olio
currency
futuro.
moving
Ok, fino a
forward.
qua lo sapevamo.
You'll be able to get Mythic Essence in all of the same places you get gemstones and prestige points today.
Ok.
And Mythic Essence never expires.
Grazie!
When Mythic Essence launches in a few months, gemstones and prestige points will retire.
Ok.
Until then, the final prestige point shop will remain open.
E fino a qua
so
ci
be sure to spend all your
siamo.
points,
Un
because
pass
they won't
normale,
transfer
io sono
over.
già contento con questo,
Gemstones,
però
on the
voglio
other hand,
qualcos'altro in
will be
più.
automatically converted into Mythic Essence.
E fino a
So
qua,
feel
ok?
free to hoard them to your heart's content.
E fino a qua, ok?
You'll be able to use your Mythic Essence in the new rotating Mythic shop, which has an assortment of different goodies, but two main types of skins. We've consistently heard that Hextech skins just really aren't hitting the mark for a skin line that's supposed to be rare and valuable.
Ok.
So we've decided to introduce seasonal Mythics. Seasonal Mythics will have a new thematic each year.
Oh.
For 2022, we're developing Ashen Knights.
Ashen Knights!
Warriors once fought to rid the world of magic, but instead witnessed their kingdom fall to ash,
Pike è il primo a quanto
darkness,
pare.
and ruin.
Che figo!
Another thing we've heard from you all is that it sucks if you miss your chance to get a prestige skin for your main. Maybe you took a break from League or just didn't have the time to get Prestige Arcade Caitlyn. When the new Mythic shop launches, you'll finally have a second shot to unlock past Prestige skins.
Quali?
Each month, the Mythic shop will feature a new set of unvaulted Prestiges. You won't find the newest Prestige skins here, but once they've been out for at least a year, any Prestige can show up in the shop.
Oh!
There's also a special call-out for 2018 and 2019.
C'è anche un annuncio speciale per gli aspetti Prestige
Back
2010.
then, once an event ended, those skins were only available through a lucky loot roll. There was no end-of-year chance to unlock them with Prestige points. We're going to bring back Prestige skins
Volevo tornare agli aspetti Prestige 2018-2019.
To recognize the investment of the OG owners, we're creating an updated version of each of the skins, which will be free for everyone who already owns it. This updated version won't be available in the shop, and it's just a way for us to acknowledge your early commitment. We've heard that Prestige skins sometimes feel like old chromas that just aren't worth the grind.
Grazie.
So shortly after the new Mythic shop opens, we're going to be buffing the time and effort we put into Prestige skins. This includes a unique flash art and brand new VFX, and other ways
siamo a due cose buone.
that'll be released this year. Finally, we're also introducing a new feature called Loot Milestones,
bottino
which
pietre
give you
miliari
bonus
che vi darà
rewards
ricompense
from
bonus
opening
quando
set
prendete
amounts of loot.
certe quantità di
There are
bottino.
2 types of milestones on the way. One is a repeatable track that you can complete over and over by opening Masterwork chests.
Ok.
The other is a one-time track with an exclusive Prestige skin at the end of it, and is only available alongside smaller events without event passes. Our goal with all of these changes is to make League's Mythic content better for everyone, in terms of clarity, choice, and rewards.
Ok.
There's a lot more detail than what I'm mentioning here, so we'll also be releasing an explainer where you can dig into the nuts and
E
bolts
su
of
questo si
everything.
fa un video separato. Bravi! Bravi! Brava Riot,
We have
brava!
plans for League of Legends too.
Non abbiamo programmi per League
So
of
we're committed to updating the game over time as part of a broader effort to modernize your experience on your favorite champions.
Che succede?
Last year, we shipped a major update to Caitlyn, modernizing her base skin, animations, and VFX,
Ok.
as well as most of her skins and splashes.
Ok.
This year, we'll be focusing on Ahri, one of our older yet most popular champs in League. She doesn't have back animations, and the animations that she does have just feel extremely dated, not only for her base skin, but for all epic skins that use this same foundation. You can expect to see a Caitlyn level update for Ahri later this year.
Wow!
That's all I've got
Una
for today.
SU Ferrari.
Wait, you didn't seriously think I'd leave without showing you some of our skins and thematics that we're working on, did you?
Ok.
In previous years, we've listed out champions that haven't gotten a skin in more than 1,000 days, called the 1,000 Day Club.
Il
That
1000 Day
list
Club.
is pretty short today, but we want it to be gone for good. Now, I'm sure there's somebody out there furiously writing up a post
Fido
with things
Six?
like Main saying,
Gangplank.
Riot literally hates this champ. But hold up, let's look at the list of champs that are going to see some love this year. Gangplank, Fiddlesticks, Rek'Sai, Trundle,
Rell!
Orianna, and the Donger.
Ok.
Of course, there will be more that aren't listed here, but if you're
Okay.
starting for a skin, hang in there. We know that you're counting the days, and we are too. Now, in terms of thematics, we're going to be revisiting a few popular ones this year, like High Noon, Star Guardians,
Star Guardian.
and Bees.
Oh, carino.
We're always looking for
Birian.
opportunities to bring back older
Carino,
universes in new
carino.
ways. This time around, we found some inspiration looking at an old standalone skin and reimagining it in a world that could exist today. Set in a near future, dying Earth, humanity faces resource shortages and the deadly invasion of an ancient high-tech army. In one final attempt to save themselves, the world bands together to create
sì,
their
certo.
only hope for survival. A superpower warrior armed with incredible technology,
Sarà una
the Battle
cazzata.
Bunny.
Wow!
Squad has
Si
everything
chiamano
you'd
davvero
expect to see
Battle
in a
Bunny.
futuristic thematic, like sleek
Wow,
high-tech
quanto
armor,
è weeb
powerful
questa
warriors,
cosa!
and cute animals.
Wow,
You'll also
quanto
see a
è
familiar
weeb
face
questa
return in a
cosa!
new state-of-the-art outfit.
Quanto è weeb questa
Speaking of presenting
cosa!
old skins and thematics, we need your help choosing which thematic we should modernize next, similar to what we did with High Noon. So this week, you can vote for which thematic you want to see revamped the most, from Infernal, Gothic, or Arclight.
Infernal, Gotico,
Infernal is
Archlight.
all about fire as a power fantasy. If we were to reignite this thematic, we'd want to deepen or expand what that fantasy looks like.
Ok.
Gothic is a thematic that we haven't touched in a decade,
Sì.
before thematics were even really a thing. So we'd really want to create a universe for it, on par with today's skin lines.
Ok.
And finally, there's Arclight. If Arclight wins, we'd want to magnify its core themes of divine light, justice, and order to make it
Okay.
feel even grander. You can vote for which thematic you'd most like to see revamped in the League client this week.
Ok.
Just like last year, even if the thematic you chose doesn't win, it doesn't mean that it's never coming back. Speaking of which, Monster Tamers, the third place in last year's thematic vote, will be coming out later this year.
Ah!
Finally, our first new thematic of the year will be a celebration of the Lunar New Year.
Come sempre.
Porcelain blends elegant traditional imagery with the ferocity and power of the tiger.
È l'anno della tigre.
In addition to porcelain, we're also going to be revisiting a well-loved favorite this year. All right, fam. That's it for today. I can't express enough how thankful I am that I get to be here to represent the hard work of our teams.
Ok, questo è...
The only reason we're able to continue to invest into League year over year is because of you and your support. Thanks for playing.
Ok, e ora di cosa parliamo?
Hi, I'm Ryan Reeve-Morellis, lead on the Champions team at Riot. I'm here today to talk to you about our plans for Champions in 2022.
Ok, campioni nuovi.
Now, on the last roadmap, I shared that we'd be pushing the next 2 Champion releases into 2022. At the time, we weren't sure how it would impact our schedule, but now we have a clearer picture, so I'd like to share an update. Our goal last year was to release a champion for every lane, with the exception of mid, which would be receiving 2. When we were planning champions for this year, it became clear that we wouldn't be able to target the same goal for 2022, while still giving each champion the time and attention they would need.
Ok.
So we'll be slowing down a little. While we want to get champions out for as many of you as possible, it's more important to us that we release champions when they are ready, even if that means we don't hit a specific quota for the year.
Okay.
Take last year, for example, when we delayed Vex to build out her tech. We were worried about disappointing you all, but when we saw your reaction to her release, we knew we made the right call. We know it feels bad to wait over a year for a new champion to play, so we're still gonna aim for a spread of champions for each lane over a multi-year basis.
Ok.
We just might not hit every role every year. We will probably still make more champions for mid lane, so we can try to hit a good split between mages and assassins. Now let's talk about some of the new champions coming this year.
Prima è Zeri. Già visto perché l'hanno leakato ieri, maledizione.
You wanna mess with him? You got to deal with me first. Again? Oh, come on! Catch! Whoa, got to hurry! That's my team you're messing with! Lightning in a gun coming through. If the Chem Barons couldn't keep me down, no one can. Just a little.
Qualcuno mi... Io voglio vedere come funziona questa spell. Voglio davvero capire come funziona questa spell. Un 1v2 non muore. Flash out.
Got him. Change of plans. Let's make sure we go out with a boom!
Questi video sono fatti apposta per far sembrare OP un campione, ragazzi, ve lo ricordo,
I guess Mom was right. The bigger they are, the faster they fizzle.
Ma OP è diverso, senza avere un singolo numero.
So our first new champion this year is Zeri, an electrifying neon-colored ADC from Zon. Zeri's a hyperactive bot lane carry whose kit takes inspiration from shooters, specifically from machine guns and assault rifles. She has a pretty unique playstyle for an ADC. So instead of auto-attacking, her Q is a skill shot that she uses to do everything other bot laners would use their auto-attacks for.
What the fuck?
Zeri still has an auto-attack, it's just not her primary way to farm, do damage, or take objectives.
Ma che cazzo vuol dire?
Sparingly at just the right moments.
Ma è
But auto attacks
difficilissimo!
also count as spells.
Devi spammare la
Because they
Q in
can trigger item
pratica!
effects that normally trigger with spells instead of auto.
Che cazzo di figata
Leads to a
è?
rapid fire play pattern that we hope feels unique from other champions.
Ma che
Basically, if you want to
figo!
play Zeri, my advice is to never stop moving. The next champion we'll be releasing this year is a new enchanter.
Ma che
When we were
figo!
thinking about the type of support we wanted to make,
Oh,
we
supporto.
looked at the enchanter cast overall. There were a lot of lighthearted, colorful, good aligned champions there. And we felt support plays deserved something more sinister and dark to balance out that cheery brightness in the role. We also wanted to make a champion whose theme and kit make support players feel like the boss that they are. All you support players know what I'm talking about. Those damage carries always get all the credit, but it's always been you, behind the scenes. Keeping them alive with your buffs, constantly saving them from certain death. How could they make all those sick plays without you? And if any of you support players out there know what I'm talking about, then I think you're gonna go berserk over
What
this new
the
enchanter.
fuck?
So after the new dark support, we
I see it. I see everything. The lavender sea. Purple cities
Void.
cover the land. She rules over it all.
Lei domina su ogni cosa,
My
lei.
empress.
La mia imperatrice.
This is what Runeterra should be, its true form. The city of Belfast shall fall first. Beautiful remora swimming endlessly through cities of lavender, overwhelming everything in her path,
What?
consuming us. We are all saved.
where am I?
Filming season start? You were kind of rambling, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Where was I in the script?
You were just getting ready to tell us about the new jungler?
Oh yeah.
La nuova
that's right.
jungle.
So after the new support, we've been hard at work on a
Okay.
terrifying new jungler who's ramping up to swarm the rift later this year.
Ok.
I'll just leave it at that for now, since just talking about it is starting to bring back that uneasy feeling.
Ok. Champion.
So that's all for new champions, but what about VGUs? Later this year, we're releasing the champion you all voted for last year, Udyr. We have a dev
Date-
blog coming out today that dives deeper
Oh.
into his update.
Fateci
But
vedere
we do have
qualcosa.
one small change that we wanted to share here. We know that Udyr's antlers weren't really hitting the mark for many of you, even after the tweaks. And once we got them in game, we also realized they weren't really needed for a unique silhouette.
Oh,
So we
niente
removed
corna.
them.
No.
Goodbye, antlers. Be sure to check
Ah,
out
ok.
the dev blog to see
Ma a me
all the
piacevano le
awesome
corna.
progress that the team has made so far on Udyr.
Erano belle
But
le
that's not all the
corna.
news for you VGU fans out there. We will also have a new vote going live today.
Erano
where
belle
we
le
will
corna.
once again ask you all to vote for a champion to receive a VGU next year. So Shyvana, Nocturne, and Skarner will be returning, but they'll be joined by some new contenders with Tryndamere and
Perché
Kog'Maw.
Tryndamere?
Make sure to check out the
Kog'Maw non ha
poll to learn
senso.
more about why we chose
Ok.
these 5 champions, as well as our design goals for each of them.
Ok, vedremo poi.
And that just about wraps it up for what we want to share today. But before we go, here's a quick teaser for a new, very mysterious, non-traditional bot lane champion we'll be whipping out later this year.
What the fuck?
Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to check out our newest champion Zeri on PBE or when she releases in a few weeks. I'll see you on the Rift.
Wild Rift. È il momento di Wild Rift.